Today we're taking a dive into a SIMIC RAMP build, and this one is certified meme approved, and that's because of its crazy top end. We got a brand new card from Brothers War. It's a lot of fun to play, and this whole deck was built around it. It's called Hercule's Final Meditation. Now this is an instant speed spell that allows us to bounce all permanents back to their owner's hands, but it gets better than that, because if we can play this on our opponent's turn for 10 mana, we can actually end their entire turn after everything gets bounced back to their hands, and it also only bounces non-land permanents, and that's going to be the key here, because we are a Tatiova deck as well as an Awaken the Woods deck, so we're going to have a ton of token creatures that are also counted as lands. We've also got this Tatiova, which is going to bring in our lands as 3/3 flying hasters. So when we sweep the board with our big bounce effect at the end of the game, we're going to be left with the battlefield full of creatures that can still attack into the opponent the very next turn. It's pretty absurd, and of course we tied this into the Karn's Silex ability as well, which can sweep the entire board aside from non-land permanents. So of course all of our creatures are going to be saved while we sweep the board. The synergies are really wild here, and it's of course just another memeable another meme-worthy deck of ours. I hope you guys have fun with this one today, because it was a blast. But before we dive into the gameplay footage, if you guys want, there's a full deck breakdown at the end of today's video. In the meantime, down below in the links, there's a full deck list. And if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, subscribe, all that good stuff helps out an absolute ton, and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said though, guys, enjoy today's games. We'll see you back here at the end. Peace out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today's gonna be a good one, man. We're gonna be playing an absolute meme of a card here, man. We're gonna be looking at this this Hercule's meditation card. It is really fun, and it's a pretty good meme card, I'm not gonna lie. It's a card that can shut down your opponent's entire turn, just completely shut it off and put everything back into their hands. It's pretty nuts. The opponent though, keeping their hand, they're on their way to mythic. Let's see what we got here. Mono red potentially. Yep, looks like mono red. Fun stuff. I'm gonna need to see a Karn's Silex to combat this, hopefully. This will gain me 3 life though. That's really helpful. And we're off to a pretty quick start, so we can get the Invoke Ancients down pretty fast, which is 2 very good bodies to block with, because they have 5 toughness, so should be able to avoid the burn mechanics. But mono red, it's a tough one, man. It works really quickly, so I'm glad we got the body coming out early on this too, and the 3 life. Wow, okay. Shuffler's fine. That's a card. That is a card. I think I'm gonna go with the joint exploration here. I'm gonna try to get that land off the top to ensure I can hit the Invoke the Ancients next turn. I know the Awaken the Woods obviously gets me a couple bodies, but I don't necessarily want to chump with my 1/1 token. That's gonna be the land that I need for the Invoke the Ancients, so we're gonna let this damage get through. It's gonna stink, but you know what? It's fine. Next turn we should be able to start stabilizing pretty well. Taking 3 is not the end of the world when it comes to mono red, you know? We'll take it. We'll take it. Gets the job done. We'll save that for later. Ooh, that's a good find. That's a really good find. Okay. First things first though, we drop the Ancients on him. Now we're gonna give these reach, because there are things in their deck that do fly. Obviously Phoenix Chick, but there's also the X in 1 red. It's a dragon that goes over the top. They can pump as much mana into it as they want. So I think reach is the best way to just make sure we can properly block our life total. They're gonna have a hard time getting through this. We do have to keep in mind we got some math to be doing now, which is never fun. Not only is the opponent annoying because they're playing mono red, but they're playing mono red with some math. We gotta do some addition on every attack, and if they add double strike, which I've seen people do, it can get kind of crazy. Just make sure you don't make any mistakes here. I need 1 more land, and I can hit 2 targets with this. All right, they still can't attack into me really, so I'm okay with all of those plays. It's a pretty good card. All right, let's go ahead and just flood the field here. flood the field with some more lands. That's technically dropping 3 lands on the field. Feels good. Still leaving my creatures back to block here because I don't trust that they're not going to, you know, send more threats onto the field here. And they also get the pump from the Kumano, so I'm just gonna chill out. The longer this game goes, the better off we are. Dang, what was that? 5 damage to target creature, planeswalker. If the permanent is a spirit, it deals 2 damage to my... Wow, of course these are spirits. Why wouldn't they be spirits? That's funny. 2 cards left in her hand. I'm okay. That's cool. That works. Titania's Command could get us some life gain. It could get us 4 life back by exiling their graveyard. And I could pump all my creatures up with 1/1s. That might be fun. That might be the move. That might be the move. Or is it more important to get all of our creatures 1/1s, or is it more important to get 2 bears? Definitely gonna do this. I need a life gain. I think I'm just gonna pump my current field here. The bigger my creatures are, the harder it is to burn them out. Obviously, I know 2 power and toughness is still very easy to burn, but we have another one, so we could probably do it again. All right, and no attacks. Now, I would have gone with the wheel kick in this position, but I'm waiting for this to come in as a 2/2 so I can just kind of clear their whole field. Should be a good play for us, I think. Cleaning up the entire field, kind of acting as a board wipe at some point. So right now we can do it for 1, 2, 3 total creatures. So I can knock out 3 total creatures with this kick. Oh, what a bummer, man. Another Kumano. A card that if I, you know, just wait on to kill, like it's like just gonna sit there and collect value for the next couple of turns. Pretty annoying. Okay, this is a pretty clear indicator that the opponent's planning on, you know, pumping it up with its ability. So it's gonna be a burn spell, right? Obviously, right? So burn spell. Is that the play though? I mean, do I give this up? We're giving it up because it's gonna take the 3, and then they have something that can deal 4 damage, or at least 3. You know what I mean? All right, we're gonna do it. It's fine. I hate to see it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't like the good game they just hit me with. They think they've won or something. I don't know. Here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and get 2 bears, some 1/1 counters. And I think we can afford to attack in with like 1 of these right now. Kumano's coming in next turn. Let's just attack it with 1. I know I'm playing this extremely passive. I know a lot of you out there would probably be sending through more creatures than that, but I'm worried about the haste mechanics, man. Again, if they send in like this flyer over the top and pump it with a bunch of mana, that could be a problem. That's a problem. So leaving back blockers, I think, is a fine idea, and then we'll just wheel kick everything. Whenever I get a chance to wheel kick something, I will. But right now, it's just been... we've been disrupted every single turn. All right. They give us another good game. I think this one was meant as a good game that we won, but we'll see. We'll see. Karn Silex, actually, let's keep that in case they start filling up the board again. Man, they have a lot of things that have haste, you know? You gotta respect the fact that they have those haste creatures. So, you know, if I do send in everything there, do I have lethal? Actually, I have lethal. Okay, I didn't know I had lethal. All right, GG's, nice. All right, no final meditation that game, but you know what? We had a good game nonetheless. Nice win over red. It was scary, I'm not gonna lie. Mono red is really scary, but we've been seeing a lot of mono red with this deck. We really have. I should probably put a 4th Karn Silex in here if I'm being honest. I've only got the 3, but it hasn't been an issue yet. I say yet because it will be. And we get 2 Silaxes in hand this time. Look at that. All you gotta do is talk to the game. It's like your phone. It just listens to you. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, you got the ads for the thing you just talked about. All right. Many Journeys and Rakdos colors. Grixis colors. The rest. Oh, what is this? Okay, so I get 2 Karn Silaxes in hand, and it turns out Karn Silax going to be a dead card here. I can almost guarantee it. Because the opponent clearly on some control stuff. Okay, never mind. They respect the Silax, which means they have something that's permanent worthy to be blown up. So that's good to know, though. I'm happy about that. Hopefully this isn't just pure hand hate. That would be a bummer. Hand hate is just never fun to play against. Really fun to play. Never fun to play against. All right, Corpse Appraiser. It's not a bad 1-2 combo there because you can exile stuff if you find it, but only creatures, right? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. So that actually wasn't as good as I thought. All right, let's go ahead and just pass the turn here, I think. We're up to 23 life. We can afford to take a hit from this creature, and we'll just keep on ramping up, kind of thinning out the deck a little bit. And, I mean, hopefully we can find, like, a Silver Scrutiny, draw a bunch of cards. I'd be down. I'd totally be down. Plus, we get a 3/3 body. We can chump that with next turn and trade off. Give me that extra land. All right, clearly they have some interaction. Clearly. I don't know what it is. It probably is a counter spell, if I'm being honest. Like, counter spell. Which means, what should we try to, you know, avoid here? Should we be trying to avoid, like, make disappear? Something a little more serious? I had to keep that, unfortunately. So we did miss out on the ability to ramp here, but I think it was a good trade-off. Yeah, I don't know what was holding priority there, but it was something. I could play this for 3 and flash it, which is great. So we'll get 3 cards here on the end step. Silver Scrutiny got to be my favorite draw card of all time. It feels so good, man. It really only works as well as it does in this, you know, these ramp builds, but I'm totally willing to make that a regular thing if I get to play Silver Scrutiny. I think that's why I've been enjoying ramp so much lately, is because of this particular card. All right, now they're gonna go ahead and exile their own appraiser here, so they can get another card. A little bit of selection here. They get to go up to how many cards? Top 3. So they get a bit of selection here. Yep, we knew they had Make Disappear. I had a feeling. Not enough mana to play it this turn, though. That's a good card. That's a really good card. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to force them to have to kill this. If they don't, they're in trouble. Because next turn I drop my 7th land here, and then Titania drops an additional 2. So we can get up to 3 lands as attackers next turn. It's going to be good. Still no Hercule's Meditation, man. I need that card. I want to show you guys how good that can be in this build. If we can just ramp really fast and get that card in, it's just going to be an absolute shutdown card. I might have to add a 4th in here. I hope not. It's not good to have 4 in here, I don't think, but I may have to add a 4th just for the video's sake so we can make sure we pull it. Because I need to show you guys how that card works, man. It's so fun. We're only down to 17 for Grixis midrange. They're off to a pretty slow start, so I love that. They have something. I think they're just debating on whether or not they want to kill this. Ah, I see. Okay. All right, at least I get a card out of the deal. Still feels pretty bad. I wish I would have been able to get that going. Okay, how do I want to proceed then? Maybe, gosh, I don't even know, man. I guess we do this first and then maybe we'd invoke the winds. I think that's fine. Both of these can go. Neither one is very important right now. We're looking for something much bigger, better. That is much bigger and better. Yeah, we're just gonna invoke the winds here. And pass the turn. All right, we got a very big silver scrutiny coming up here, which means we should be able to find the elusive final meditation. Come on, man. We got to get this. We got to get this. They use a cut down on their own creature. That's big time for us. And they play right into the Karn Silex. By all means, have at it. Have at it, my friend. Definitely going to clear that up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, four should be plenty of cards. 4 should be plenty. Okay, that's unfortunate. 3 out of the 4 cards lands, which is bound to happen. We do run 28 lands in this deck because we got to make sure those land drops are absolutely hitting. For our cards like that, you know. See what we get here. Wow. Where are my good cards? Like the ones that actually are my closers. I need to find some closers here, guys. All right, let's get these in. Give vigilance to both of these things, man. We're going to just absolutely smash them here with these cards. And then we have Titania's Command. So we can always just maybe exile their graveyard and give 1/1 counters. Or we can even just get 2, you know, 2 little bears, pump them up as well. We're in a really good spot. I mean, we're winning this game. I feel like it's just... we got to stop drawing lands. I feel like we've thinned the deck out quite a bit, so I was hoping for something much better. We need another Tatyova, or we need to get our... well, the Tatyova is only good, or I'm sorry, the meditation is only good when we get the Tatyova down, so we do need to actually find a Tatyova. It's actually more important than I thought. I've only played the deck a few times, so I'm actually starting to realize just how important, like... I don't think we can actually even win without the Tatyova, unless we can smash them with all the tokens that we create. That's a card. That is a card. Let's get this in first. Okay, so if we play this, it's going to be for... wait, it's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leftover lands. So we can do this for 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope I did the math on this right. And then we play this. Perfect. Yep. Okay, create the 2 bears. Everything gets 1/1 counters. They're going to need a sweeper because now we've got quite the board state. We've got quite the board state. All right, so now we can win, actually, because we've got the Awaken the Woods down. These are technically lands, so I could play out that, you know, the meditation and then swing through with all of these and win the game. I don't think it's enough, actually. 3, 6. Yeah, that's not enough. But, you know, you get my point. You get my point. We could beat them down with these little 3/3s now. And they're going to be 5/5s with flying if I can find a Tatyova. That's going to be really, really good. Still 3 of them in the deck, right? Oh, 2. Oh, wait, 2 of them. 2 of them. We only run 3. Got it. Okay. And I mean, oh, a wheel kick would be nice. There's so many good cards I'd really like, but we really want this final meditation. The final meditation, just so we can meme on the opponent. That's like the best thing. We could just meme on them. That'd be great. All right, so they're throwing out spot removal. That's a bit of a desperate play, I'm not going to lie. Not having any sort of sweepers and throwing out spot removal feels like we got this locked up. 3 mana for 1 of my tokens. Another 3 mana here for another token. Yep, sure. Oh, we get the wheel kick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ah, not enough. Not enough. Bummer. Okay, in that case, I don't even need to play this. Let's just swing in because we don't have lethal anyways. Let's just swing in and they're probably going to end up blocking, I would imagine. So we'll take care of the 2/2 either way. So much mana, so little to do with it. This wheel kick, though, can pretty much clear out an entire field of creatures, so... even if somehow they get an army placed in front of us, we can kill them. All right, that's going to do it. That's unfortunate, man. Another really good game, but just not the kind of win streak I want. I want to meme on people, you know what I mean? Come on. Whew, that was another good game, man. I just, you know, not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. Hopefully we can get it here, man. I'm taking it if it's got a meditation in hand. This isn't bad, actually. This is a very good hand. Now, this is the start we want. We want these 2 mana these 2-mana ramp spells here. This one's technically a 3-mana ramp spell, but you get what I mean. We need these 2 to kind of go back to back for us here. And then a Silver Scrutiny would be great, so we can kind of reload the hand after we've unloaded all the mana. That's a good card. I can't imagine there's going to be anything I pull for 2 mana that I'd want to play this turn. Yeah, there's nothing. So let's pass the turn. We're going to go ahead and do this on their turn. I was trying to see if there's any sort of benefits to us playing it on our main phase there, but I don't think there is, so we'll eat the 1 damage. Not a big deal. Clearly like a Bant, maybe, oh, never mind. I was going to say a Bant enchantment deck, but the Broker's Ascendancy tells me there's probably going to be some Planeswalkers in this thing. All right, this is actually really nice. This is really nice. We'll drop this. Boom, boom. All right, let's do a quick reload here. 4 cards. And we're right back in this game. All right, let's go. Oh, and we get a Boseiju to blow this up. You love to see it. I mean, I'm probably just going to go Karn Silax if I'm being honest. Ooh, that's a good card because it comes with the shield counter. We're gonna have to deal with that shield counter before we can kill it. But first things first. I think we get this down. You may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter from a creature you control. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and wheel kick, I think, here. I gotta get that shield counter off this thing so I can blow up the board properly, you know what I mean? I think that's fine. I don't like it. I mean, I don't love that play at all. I mean, that could have been a really helpful card later, but if I can't blow up the board because Falco stays alive, it doesn't matter. I have to clear the board out nice and tidy, you know what I mean? All right, we block here for sure. Eat the 4, no big deal. It's fine. That is fine, fine, fine. Should we just start collecting critters that don't die when I sweep the board? Well, we're gonna blow this up with this, so I don't think the Boseiju is gonna be important to us anymore. I don't think it's going to be a card we need to utilize other than for a land. All right, send that in. We say go. I'm gonna go joint exploration here. Hopefully hit another land. It's fine. Keep sending more creatures on the field. I'm down. Now I am gonna blow up my own Steward of Tides here, but I have a backup, and I'm doing it purposefully because I'm getting these lands going onto the battlefield, which are going to be the you know, the win con, and they don't sweep up when the Karn Silax goes off because they're, you know, counted as lands. So we're hoping that it will be enough to get the job done.
Be enough.
My wife just walked in and said it should be enough. She has no idea what's going on. She likes to make fun of me, make me feel embarrassed. What is this thing? Okay, so I take it I only need 4 mana to blow this up, right? I would hope so. This is a Clay Champion. I think I just read this card not too long ago. All right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fine. Yeah, I think I can blow this up for just the 4 mana from the Karn Silax. All right, we're going to go here. Both cards are pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and keep both of them here on top. Again, though, still no meditation. I would really love to see that card in action, if I'm being honest. All right, let's do this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, actually, we got to do this, don't we? So let's not use all that mana up. Let's do it for... Gosh. Okay, so trying to maximize this turn the best I can. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could draw 3. I could technically draw 4 cards with this, right? Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as long as I hit one land out of the 4 cards, I can still Karn Silex. I'm going for it. It's a gamble. I know it's a gamble, but 4 cards, we should almost always hit a land because we have 28 in the deck. So there it is. We got it. We got it. Then we do this for 4. All right, now we're left with 3 creatures on the battlefield to their none. And we have another Tatyova in hand, and we got Spinning Wheel Kick. So we should be able to clear their side of the field very easily with the Spinning Wheel Kick. And we could just keep smacking them with these, you know, 3/3 flyers. This should be good, man. This should be good. How many cards in their graveyard? 5. So I can gain 5 life off of the command too. I've never realized how helpful this was going to be when it comes to exiling their lands. But it's turning out to be quite the card. Maybe I give everything 1/1 counters. Let's do it. 2 lands, which does trigger. I was hoping it was going to trigger beforehand, but it's fine. I was hoping these 2 lands were going to come in first, and then we were going to get the counters. All right, look at the board we got developed now, man. This is what I'm talking about. Now, as long as the opponent doesn't have anything with haste, I'm good. But if they do, we're in trouble. Obviously, sweepers would be a bit of a problem too, but I don't think when they're running Broker's Ascendancy, they're trying to sweep anything. They're trying to go wide. So that worked out really, really nicely. That was quite the game. Again, I didn't win the way I wanted to yet, but that was still really fun. And it was a little bit of a gamble there, taking that Silver Scrutiny. That was fun. All right, based on the time we have, I'm guessing we have 2 more shots at this, man. I'm going to make it happen. Gonna make it happen. We haven't even seen the card yet, though. It's crazy. We haven't even seen a single meditation. It's like, what was the point of me crafting it? Basically, we're going to do the exact same thing we just did there, right? There's no difference in that game to what we want to do. But the difference being that we're not going to blow up their side of the board. We're just going to send everything back to their hand and end their turn completely. That's the beauty of it, right? We end their turn. That's the part I want to do the most. All right, we get down the Many Journeys, extra land. Say go. Invoke the Ancients, getting out a turn early. Okay, yeah, they're on Boros. I'm expecting something here, but they didn't play anything, which makes me a little nervous. I don't know what the deal is on that, but let's go and get 2 of these. Let's get 2 of these. All right, what's nice too is if we get a Tatyova off the top, we immediately get to start bringing in these creatures as flyers, and now we don't. And now we don't. Well, we got to stop drawing lands. That'd be fantastic. Okay, let's not do that. Oh, because they don't want me to take damage. Okay, yeah, let's do that. We're not tapping our creature. We'll do Vigilance and Reach just in case. I don't know about the Reach. We'll see. It might come in handy. It might come in handy. All right, a Silver Scrutiny would be nice, just so I can kind of reload here on this next turn, and then once the reload happens, finding the win cons. But opponent's looking at my stuff. Okay, they clearly don't like the Reach more than the Vigilance. That's a good sign to know. They kind of gave away a little bit of their game here. Yep. Okay. Okay, I mean, that works too. Not what I wanted to see, but it'll... Oh, you did not just do what I told you not to do last time. It's fine. This time I didn't care. I wasn't going to attack. All right, let's see what they do with this. They do get, you know, some benefits if they block. Obviously, that thing dies. They get to go ahead and create these treasures, or they can go ahead and look at the top of their deck for some cards. I didn't know they were going to pass the turn like that quickly. I was going to Beseiju this, but now they get the token off the deal. That's a bummer. That was a mistake on my end. I definitely should have been prepared to pull the trigger on that Beseiju before their end step. Giving them the token here was, you know, a little bit of a misstep. A little bit of a misstep. All right, we really need to stop drawing lands, though. That would be great. That would be great. Well, if I swing in here like so, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, but they just block here, right? 16 and then go down to 12, 13. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing it with these. All right, down to 11. We keep all of our creatures on board. Now the question becomes, do they take the 2 cards? They do. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me with the farewell, huh? Fun. Unreal. I was like, I know what card they're playing. I know what card they're going to drop down on us. All right, Silver Scrutiny. Come on. All together now, guys. Silver Scrutiny. Silver Scrutiny. Ah, man, we were so far ahead, too. So far ahead. The opponent's running Farewell in a deck that's running things that they don't want to be exiled. I don't understand. I don't know what they're doing. It's not a bad card. It's not a bad card. Should be able to close this one out. How many lands do I have total? 8. Oh, no. That's a card. They're playing all these things that contradict their own deck, though, because this hits planeswalkers and creatures. You're running a planeswalker and a lot of small creatures. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me synergistically, but I know it's not my deck and I need to get over it, but it's just making me mad that I'm losing to it. All right, 5. It's a draw. I'm so happy I hit that, by the way. Never mind. I don't care. Didn't matter. 5 lands, pretty much. All right, at least it's a Tatyova in the mix, right? It can at least turn these lands into some viable creatures. Back to 8 lands, by the way. And with Elspeth on the field, they're definitely going to start getting some lifelink counters going, which you hate to see. Do your worst. All right, guys, let's start building the arc because the flood is coming. Get out of here, Elspeth. No one likes you. I'm just kidding. I love that card. Don't take it personally. All right, what else you got? What else? What other shenanigans might you drop on me here? Let me guess. You're going to farewell the board and destroy all of your things, too, because your deck is confusing me. How about the 3 mana sweep or the 3 powered sweeper that kills everything that you have too? Play with fire. Another double play. Okay, so they're gonna double play with fire here. Okay, that's fine, I guess. It hurts. I'm not gonna lie. I needed that card pretty bad. All right, we get hit with quite a shot here. Oh man, they bested me. There's another land. I mean, that stinks. 38 cards left in the deck. Just the draws were abysmal, man. They were abysmal. I'm gonna double check real quick. There are 3 of these cards in my deck, right? There are. There's 3 of them. Haven't seen a single one this entire video. All right, cool. All right, well, we're dead. We're dead. Let's try to do this one more time. One more time. All right, I've got time for one last game, but I went ahead just so I can try to show you guys what this card looks like. I added one more copy, making it a total of 4 in the deck because we haven't seen a single one in our hand this entire time. So we're gonna try to get you a video where we pull this off at least once. I hope we do it now because I don't have another chance at it. But just know that the original deck list is only gonna have 3. You shouldn't need any more than 3, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just run the 3. I pulled it off twice in the play testing this deck, but just didn't have the luck, unfortunately, to find it this video. But with 4 being in the deck, hopefully our luck will change around here. I have a pretty okay hand. I mean, we go first, so I mean, getting the Silax down on 3, going first, hopefully can stop us from getting blown out by something quick. Something like soldiers. Let's hope. Yeah, it's probably soldiers based on the sleeves, but we'll see. But like I said, Silax hopefully keep us in the clear here. But now I'm concerned. The opponent didn't play anything here on turn 2, which means this could be a control deck actually. So we might not want to run the Silax out into a counterspell. We just gotta wait and see what the opponent's trying to do here. Yeah, Blast Zone is a pretty clear indicator that this is actually going to be a control shell and not actually a. This is a bummer. Not actually a soldier deck, which we would have actually had a pretty solid shot against, I think, here. I'm gonna get down the Tatyova because they're gonna have to answer this thing. Otherwise, over time, I'm gonna be able to get some value out of it. I'm worried about counter spells. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I should just be more worried about, you know, single removal type spells. All right, we're getting a much bigger Silver Scrutiny built up here. Gonna gain some life, and then also we're gonna get a 3/3 body to attack into them with repeatedly, so hopefully that'll need to get something to answer it, but it's all gonna come down to whether or not I can resolve this scrutiny. I think this being a control matchup here that we're up against, I think we need to get them tapped out of their blue sources here and then get a big Silver Scrutiny off, and then we should be able to outvalue them, I hope. Nice, they send the Silax away. I'm cool with that. I don't really care. They missed another land drop. Here we go, big Scrutiny. This is actually really solid. We'll do it for 4. The full amount. Reset and reload on the hand. Now the opponent's going to be in a bit of a, you know, a situation with us getting all these extra cards. We didn't draw great, but I mean, it's not terrible. We replayed the Tatyova and we got ourselves something big here with this Awaken the Woods. Should be able to smack them pretty good here. This blast zone too, we got to be careful with this blast zone. Is it non-land permanents? Sacrifice, destroy each non-land permanent. Okay, so that's gonna work into our favor a little bit. Auto pay. Eat the damage, that's fine. And we send both of our 3/3s in over the top. I mean, guys, this is working out extremely well for not hitting the win con that I wanted. It's unfortunate, man. I don't think we're gonna be able to pull it off today. It's just not our day for that. So it's unfortunate. If the opponent though has like a depopulate, I'm in trouble. Obviously I draw a card, which is cool, I guess, but a depopulate blowing up the board is not ideal. All right, no depopulate, but we still have 3 creatures that need to be answered. And they're... Ooh, but they could counter it. Are they going to counter it, you think? Oh, no. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are they going to counter it? That's the big question. I'm going to try it, guys. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to attack in with my 3/3 here. I'm going to put a stop on their upkeep and show you guys just how this is supposed to work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you know what? We're going to try and see if we can pull it off. So we pass the turn here. On their upkeep, we play the spell. Resolve. Everything gets bounced except for lands. And it ends their turn on the spot. So hopefully this resolves. We'll get in for another 6 here on our turn because their turn will be over. They don't even get to draw a card on the upkeep because we stopped it before the draw step. And their turn just ends. They have something. I just don't know what it is. It could just be the, you know, the Bank Buster holding priority or the Blast Zone. But it's scaring me that there might be some sort of counter magic here, you know? But if they counter this, I mean, it's still likely we pull something out. Oh, it worked. Let's go. Okay, it worked. Our turn again. Here we go. Let's go with this. What's in our graveyard? Anything? No? Let's go with this. Create 2. Put some counters on our things. And let's get aggressive. The opponent's only got 4 mana to work with here. They've got to replay their entire, you know, hand here. So I'm okay with this. You know, the way it's looking now, we've got 2 3/3s that are going to get 2 1/1 counters on them. If they had a counter spell, they would have cast it on that last play. So I don't know what their priority hold is here. It's got to be the Blast Zone, I would imagine. And we send these through. Now, keep in mind the Blast Zone can kill the 4/4 bears, but no, we pulled it out, guys. And we pulled it out the exact way I wanted to. Finally, we got to do the meme, dude. Let's freaking go, man. What a way to end it. That will conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. We are going to break the deck down and talk about it a little bit further. But before I do so, I wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody who made it this far into the video. Thank you so much for that. It helps out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. So I appreciate you for hanging around so long. And just want to let you know I do appreciate that a lot. With that being said, let's take a look at today's deck. We got some new toys, man. SIMIC Ramp is pretty cool. We've already done sort of a similar situation with this deck before in the past with the Karn Silex ability and kind of exploiting that with the Tatiova. So that's not really that new. We've done that before, but I see this new card, this Hercule's Final Meditation, and I'm like, you know what? This seems even more fun because, yeah, sure, the Karn Silex is pretty cool. We sweep the board. We're left with our creatures. But this one ends your opponent's entire turn. We can take an entire draw step and an entire turn from an opponent just by putting that stop on their upkeep and casting this on their turn, which to me sounds like a little bit more added fun. I know it's, you know, a little bit out there because it's 10 mana, but of course, being a ramp deck, we don't really care, which is why we built this deck around, you know, ramp for this specific card. It's a really fun card, man. I really enjoy it. Obviously, we only got to cast it one time today, which was a bummer. I do want to say that was kind of a bummer, but still a great card. I wish we could have showcased it a little bit more. The deck, though, I will say this. Time has been a little bit short and not on my side when it comes to deck building just this week. This week's been a little bit tough. I'm kind of day to day, which is not usual for me. And finding time to get these videos out to you guys has been a little rough. So I did want to say that, you know, if there's some tweaks in this thing that you might see right away, by all means, make the tweaks, guys. Make this deck your own. I never want you guys to just take my decks as they are, craft them, and then go run them out. My decks aren't exactly super competitive worthy. They're just really fun decks that I have some great ideas that I want to try out. I put a deck together and I show you guys. Usually I can have a little bit more time playing them, but right now we're a little short on time, so I did think that this thing could be fine-tuned a little bit better. There's a few cards I want to talk about. Spinning Wheel Kick, a card that I love in ramp decks because of its ability to pump a bunch of mana into it and basically act as like some sort of board wipe here, because you can pump X amount of mana into these, you know, slots here and deal a crazy amount of damage to every permanent on the field. But in this particular build, we don't have a really big creature, which this usually ties with pretty well. If we had a big creature, you know, that we could use and exploit, this would be a lot better, but it still works okay. You know, having, you know, 3 powered creatures to do the same thing is not terrible, but it doesn't always work in every spot. So this was one I wanted to play test a little bit more and didn't really have the chance. And then I really like the Invoke the Ancients, but it doesn't exactly synergize with the Karn Silex. I thought both the invokes here would be a lot of fun. I did like the Invoke the Winds. That was pretty fun. Being able to sweep the board with like a Silex and then immediately steal something, that worked out pretty good for us. Also, Titania's Command, very good. I think this is definitely a home here in the SIMIC Ramp deck. It not only ramps us to our 10 mana spell, but it also can, you know, fix us on board with, you know, a couple of bears, or even if we're trying to end the game, we can pump our creatures, you know. But actually exiling their graveyard too has come in clutch a few times for us to gain that life. But yeah, the early game, obviously, join exploration, many journeys. We've run this package plenty of times. It's always been good to us. Silver Scrutiny, of course, because we are, you know, this ramp deck where we're trying to unload all these lands from our hand very quickly, get them on the field. We typically run out of cards really quickly, but Silver Scrutiny is great because we can pump any amount of mana we want to this thing to draw X amount of cards. It just works so well with this deck. And of course, Awaken the Woods, you know, to get these Dryads that are also creature tokens, that are also lands. Yeah, really fun deck, guys. I mean, again, I wish I had a little more time to tweak. I feel like I can get this thing dialed in pretty darn good, but unfortunately just didn't have the time. But I like where it came out, and I like the idea of where we're at, and we're definitely onto something. So let me know if you guys have any ways to tweak this, and if you see anything here that you'd like to change, let me know, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start editing real quick, but before I get out of here, just want to give a huge shout out to the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program here on the channel. So I'd like to give these guys all a big shout out at the end of every video because they help support the channel financially, you know, through the monthly memberships. So, you know, gotta let them know. Gotta let them know that they're appreciated. And, you know, I see you guys. I appreciate you guys. So thank you for everything. And as far as the live stream, that's going to be tonight. But we may cancel. I don't know yet. I'm gonna try my best not to cancel, but videos are tight right now, so you never know. But anyways, keep an eye out. Keep that notification bell turned on, and keep an eye on the Discord. But with that being said, have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you guys back here for another video. Till next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.